IPOB man, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and building lasting peace in Igbo land.
Ever since the expulsion of SDOS, that it has been from one good news to another, from one good news to another. And while looking into this particular thing that this person said, it's very, very real. It's true.
And this thing that is happening right now in this Biafra struggle is because of ex-DOS. They are the one doing possible.
Do you know that there are some people that when you bring them into your organization,
this Biafra doesn't
it's better
come to pass.
You never built
so my fellow
that
Biafrans, just take one minute of your time and listen to this our brother, because this our brother that people are saying on my screen just expose so many things
a stumbling
that
block
we don't
to you,
know
a
about.
Setback,
so if you know that you like what I'm doing, do well to listen to him. After you finish listening to him,
or to your organization,
drop your own opinion in the comment section.
Where in IPOB,
tag the Finnish government in the comment section. Write hashtag
these people are the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot be able to do anything. If you want to take action, they will come.
So that they can be able
they will keep on demoralizing him,
because we are serious about this freedom.
See, ever since these people
we need to separate ourselves from the hands of our enemy.
See, from one good news to another, from one good news to another.
And drop your opinion in the comment section. May God
bless you. Good news has been. Somebody was saying something on somebody posted something on Facebook. He was saying, and I concur to it. Very, very real. He said, ever since the expulsion of SDOS, that it has been from one good news to another, from one good news to another. And while looking into this particular thing that this person said, it's very, very real. It's true. Do you know that there are some people that when you bring them into your organization, it's better you never built that organization. It would be better for you that you didn't build that organization, or that you didn't bring them into that organization. There will be a stumbling block to you, a setback, a roadblock. There will be a darkness to you or to your organization. That is what SDOS were in IPOB. Mazi Simon Ekpa said that these people are the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot be able to do anything. If you want to take action, they will come. They will keep on demoralizing him. This is what they have been doing. See, ever since these people has been was sacked from IPOB. See, from one good news to another, from one good news to another. Good news has been coming up. So most times when you build an organization, this should be a lesson to many of us that are striving to be great. When you build an organization, not everybody that comes and be singing your praises, not all of them that love you. Not be all of them love you. Woman in the I like it. I'm interested. All these SDOS, they were like real, they were like angels at the initial time. But deep down in them, do you know how long Mazi Nnamdi Kanu called them ceasefire, wrote notes for them to put the house in order, make peace. They refused. Over their dead body, they like to scatter, so that Biafra will not come, so that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will rot in jail, so that they will keep on collecting money from Nigerian government. So it was a very big strategy. But thank God that finally God opened the eyes of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to sack all of them. Though Mazi Simon Ekpa sack all of them since. But because Simon Ekpa is no longer outside. So it now became like as if they are, because they were now celebrating, they were now visible and active in their propaganda and gossip and lies. Their expulsion is one of the best things that happened to this struggle. The expulsion, the sack of SDOS is the greatest thing that happened to this Biafra struggle. Just watch how it's going to be from now to next 6 months. You see what is going to happen. It's going to be good news, testimony, and breakthroughs. That is just what is going to happen. So Biafrans, you people should sit down and watch. Let all hands be on desk. We have sent them to where they belong. They no longer have voice. Their group, they have scattered already. They don't have coordinate. They are not coordinated again. They have scattered. It's just those few of them that have access to internet. They are the ones that are making some small noise, and their noise is not reaching anywhere again. So we have dominated them. We have dominated them. It's God that gave us this victory.
I want to draw our attention to what insecurity is all about. Insecurity is just like death. If somebody dies and is not related to you, you may not feel it much. Same with insecurity. If your wife has been kidnapped, you understand what it is to be kidnapped. If you are in a kidnap den with the kidnappers, you understand it. But when we are not there, we take it the way we are taking it maybe right now. I think if we have been doing this all this while, we won't be in the shit that we are today. Our problem started since 1970, when we fought a war that we didn't need to fight that war. I remember my father told me when he went to collect his money, he had about 10,000 pounds in the bank, and they gave him 20 naira. He came home and he couldn't talk again. The following day he died. Until today, nobody has told me or said, oh boy, sorry, we have been following it, and perhaps if I didn't have a better living, maybe I would have joined the bad boys. But God forbid. So what I'm trying to say now is that we need to address some of these unhealed wounds from the Civil War until what we're having today. Like the issue of these boys. I know that over 5,000 youths, small young boys have been killed within Igbo land in the last, from about 2015 till date. There are several of them in prison yards, like the Wawa prison in Niger State. So many of them who are held, nobody has even the confidence to go near. And so I want to plead to the governors of Southeast that we are talking of lasting peace. There's need for us to come together, the governors, to come together and see how we can get those ones out. The boys who were just arrested for one thing or the other, they really need to investigate some of them. And those who are not guilty should be freed, because these are some of the problems we are having. And the issue of the IPOB man, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I want to also plead with the governors. If Mr. President, I know he can listen to them, to grant him presidential pardon. These are some of the things that are building. People will not talk about it. It takes somebody who has the guts to say it out. Though people don't want to talk about these things, but we need to talk about it because that is where our problem started. And I want to say again that this issue of federal character, so to say, if you are three in a class, from 3 different tribes, and you score 300 marks, and you are denied admission into federal university, somebody else scores 200, he's given admission because he's from a different tribe from you. Some other person scores 50, is given admission in the same federal university. In a country where there are so many state universities, there are so many private universities. I think when we started that program after the Civil War, we were supposed to give ourselves a timeline that after about 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, we should have balanced up, and then we begin to give people equal opportunities. So when you find somebody who has been refused admission, 300 marks, and you see somebody he was better than in going to university, what does he do after that? Some of them take to crime. Some of them go into cultism. Some of them go into drug, and so on and so forth, prostitution and whatever. And so these are some of the problems we really need to address. And if we do not want to address the issue of mediocrity, because that's how we find it, if you can take somebody who is not qualified to give you the job because you are trying to balance up, then it's not going to work very well for the country. So I'm just calling on the governors to please see how they can convince the National Assembly and Mr. President so that there may be a review of this issue of federal character. We have done it for almost 60 years. So we need to review it so that we can correct some of these issues. The issue of migration. Many of our children are outside this land. We don't ask questions. Why are they running away? Insecurity is one of the problems. Job opportunity is another one. They are everywhere. There are people today who are in IDP camps, not only in the southeast, the whole Nigeria. People have stayed 15 years in IDP camps. And we are launching roads, we are launching projects, and we are not caring about those people in IDP camps. The children that you bear in IDP camps may not be the best of children for our society. We need to look at what we are going to do with all those people who have been displaced. Is it either by erosion, or by herders-farmers clashes, or by communal clashes? The state governors, the local government chairmen should see to it that there are people who are displaced to come back to their communities. Those who are driven away by erosion should be given alternative land where they resettle. These are some of the problems that are creating the problems we are finding. If you go to Abuja, go to Nyanya, and see the number of people there. They are all left the villages, and if our villages were to be safe for us, I think more than 90% of people idling away in Abuja wouldn't be there. They will be home. Even the traditional rulers, who are supposed to be part of the people to give confidence in our communities, they have all eloped. So we need to address these issues. I was thinking that we should have traditional rulers here when we are talking about issue of addressing insecurity in our land. They are supposed to be here because these are people who are supposed to be very close to the people. These are people who are supposed to pass information and intelligence to our security agencies such that those very few criminals in our communities, the people killing people, people making sit at home, what we call sit at home, enforcing sit at home and disturbing the life of people and the economy of the people. Very few boys in the town, you may have less than 50 of them causing problems. The traditional rulers will run away and all the allies will leave, including most of us who are living in Abuja, in Lagos. We have run away from our villages. So what do we expect? If not that these criminals will continue to harass our people. There is need for us to reconsider our stand. We need to encourage those of us who are living out to start coming home too, to mix with our people so that we can be able to correct some of them. These young people need mentorship. We need to give it to them. They need training. A lot of them are frustrated. And so if we come close to them, if we are encouraged to come close, I think the situation will be better. Then the issue of now there is something happening. The 19 northern state governors just recently agreed that they are going to be contributing 1 billion naira each every month to address insecurity. They are going to use the retired military personnel and police personnel to work with them to make sure that they address the issue of insecurity in the northern part of Nigeria. I know that in the west, Amotekun is doing very well. Now, if we in the southeast feel that we cannot do anything, we were happy the way we are, I bet you the criminals that will be driven away from the north, when they start clamping down on them, in the next 6 months to 1 year, most of them will run down to the southeast, and they are going to be another problem to us. So I'm pleading with the governors that there's need for them to come together and have a fund and bring us, the veterans who are retired, we have experience, you can use us, so that we can work with our traditional rulers and our community policing. We can be the ones who train the people in community policing, and we'll be able to secure our environment better than we have it today. Now, let me just talk a little bit about